it's just like, what a sight to wake up to, you know what I mean? We're pretty lucky, guys. We're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
This is incredible looking. There's people at home right now that are waking up to Netflix.
They get to watch this on YouTube.
Yeah. On the radar here. I was telling him we were like, this is like, we have like a canopy above us right now.
Right.
So like the whole way in, it's just totally exposed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, we're
definitely gonna get soaking wet if we. I mean, if we have to do that, then we have to do that. But
right.
It'd be nice to know if this is gonna pass in a little bit. What a difference last year. We were like sweating.
Oh yeah.
Coming to here, sunshine.
I had sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I had sunglasses on last year.
Contemplating my choices of layers when I was coming in here last year.
Yeah.
And then this year it's like hailing and snowing and raining all, and the sleet, everything. It's doing doing everything.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not lucky enough to get real snow. We're just getting sleet, which is Arizona snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely lightening up.
But you guys, okay, I'll stick with you.
I'm going at my own pace. I'm not waiting for. I'm not like. Just so you know, I'm fighting off the Christmas lazies.
Okay.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
don't steal on my account.
No. Pop down this ridge and pop up to the next ridge, and then we'll be in deer dice. Hopefully minus the weather. Does, deer scattered all around here. We've seen, I think, like 4 or 5 bucks so far. Nothing like too big yet, but I'm sure they're lurking around. Gabe went around on a stalk, he got busted. So deer almost ran Gabe over. Had this deer at like 10 yards right in this saddle near a camp. It was super funny. Buck was like chasing Spike away, and then he just decided to come back our way and run up towards our camp. So that was fun. So it's been eventful for deer so far. It's been eventful for weather too. So it's supposed to get a little bit more moisture in the morning, but after that it looks like we should be good. So nonetheless, looks like the deer hunting's good. So that's good. Harry, your hands are freezing.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how cool do you think you looked when you were pointing your? You got to do it again. You got to point down to the.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to point down into the. Yeah. On a scale from 1 to 10, how cool do you think you look?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I operate generally about an 8.
I think you're operating like a 9, 9.5 right now.
Man, that.
So.
That's what I want.
We operated about an 8. Absorb.
Does your band have a song called Absorb?
It's gonna. I'm gonna start a new band.
Just to write that
make
song.
a song called Absorb. Absorb. We are getting a little bit of a late start this morning, all because of, just enjoying each other's company. We haven't seen each other in a while, so this is like a tradition of ours to come out here and deer hunt every year. So it's not just about the hunting; it's about us sitting here and telling stories throughout about the year and catching up. So we're gonna get after it here, though. We got like a 5-minute walk to our glassing spot, and then we're gonna start finding some deer. There's several groups of deer right now. Eric has a small buck located. I spotted a group of does. Gabe just spotted a group of deer. So we've been here for like 5 minutes. So that's a good sign. Get over there and feel her out. Just feel it.
See ya. Go kill one.
That's cool. Just bedded under that tree right there. We got this clubby buck bedded underneath a tree right now. He's watching like a hawk on all his does that are underneath of him. Gabe is supposed to be coming up the cut that this buck is bedded in, but we haven't seen Gabe since he left, so I don't know what happened, if he got sidetracked on another deer. Hopefully everything's okay. I'm sure it is, but yeah, we haven't seen Gabe, so.
Oh, I see him. He's right underneath the buck right now, I guess, huh?
I don't think he knows. He's moving too quick out. Yeah, he's going too fast. If you would have went straight up the way that you said you were going to go, you would have ran right into him.
I did. I bumped him.
The big one?
There's another buck that I bumped in the back too.
The big
Him
buck.
and a doe. Or there was at least another buck. I just saw antler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was really frustrating. Like,
You look frustrated.
I feel very, very frustrated.
He went that way. The big buck rutted a doe up over that bridge there.
That was
And you bumped the doe. You bumped the doe down at the bottom here. And then the buck got squirrely. But then he rebed. So we were like, round oak.
Okay, on that spine, or the one like the hill behind it has a big old oak.
No. On that spine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think that's a good.
That's simple enough.
I mean, theoretically, I mean, this guy's unpredictable, but he's been laying down for probably 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
So he's comfortable. He's given up on the ladies.
Lay down there and shoot. Just found what is so far the best buck of the trip. So pretty excited. Big body, thick antlers on him. He's acting real calm. He's just feeding with a couple does. We have no time to get over there right now, so we're just gonna watch him this evening, let him do his thing, and then get here early tomorrow morning, and hopefully we can pick him back up in the morning. So really exciting, really exciting. Hot cocoa, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not my greatest moment just now.
I feel like that's one of the greatest ways to end the night.
Just spilling hot cocoa and...
No, just drinking hot cocoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it is.
It's my, that's like one of my habits at home this
Really?
time of year is hot cocoa at night, yeah. Starting in November, my wife buys a giant box of hot cocoa, and that is like my, like almost every night I'm like, give me that hot cocoa. And my daughter has recently found how amazing marshmallows are.
Oh,
Of course.
So we've been roasting marshmallows out on the in the backyard on the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And like she isn't too sure about eating a roasted marshmallow yet. So she just likes going out there with a bag of marshmallows while I roast marshmallows, and she tells me, just eat it. And she just takes it out of the bag and eats the marshmallows, and then gets this sugar high and runs all around the yard. Ah! Just like
About the phrase natural flavor with other natural flavor does not fill me with confidence.
suspicious. Looks like a doe. A couple does walking around so far. It's a little buck. From what I can tell, I just saw one straight necked pushing pushing up one of them chutes over there on a like a subtle ridge line, and they were all looking down. So I looked down and I saw more deer coming up. Pretty decent buck that I just found, but he's not in the best spot, and he's kind of walking away. He doesn't really look like he has something to do. You know, he's kind of like moseying around, so if he moseys away from us, obviously that's not good, but if he holds up and he's got a doe nearby that we can't see, then maybe we can make something of it, but until now I'm just gonna watch him. He's just moving around too much to make a solid play.
To the right, and one's still standing on that edge.
Yeah. So we go hang out with our buddy Eric. I might take some ibuprofen because of my lack of water consumption. Drink some water, eat some food, find a buck, go run after it, throw an arrow at it, pack that thing back to camp, cook some tenderloins. Perfect night. That doe goes, but the buck comes back. And I'm like, okay, you know. And then another doe goes, and then the buck goes. And I'm like, glad we didn't do that, because that hike would have sucked. So, back over here for the evening party.
Yeah.
Hopefully go run after something. A series of things that need to happen in order for success to show itself. Face paint is one. Gummy bears are another.
If not the most important. You
This
gotta
is-
you have your blood sugar up, you know?
This is just science, you know. I don't make these rules. I just try to follow them. Swinging him as they caught us. Coming down through the saddle, didn't see him. Had him at 83 yards. He ran right through, right in front of us, so better luck next time. We haven't made a move in 3 days, so I've been real antsy, you know. So I think our stalk was perfect. I think we took the exact route we needed to. We played the wind, but my attention was a little rushed, and I just didn't take the time. If I would have went a little slower and looked up ahead of me, based on where those deer ran out of, I would have seen them before they saw me, and they were within bow range. So like, but hey, best part about that is we get to try again tomorrow. So Gabe's pushing out tomorrow in the dark to get back to the truck.
It's a good man.
Yeah. So you and I say what we do is there's a ton of deer here still.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing numerous bucks every single day, and different bucks for that matter.
Yes.
Curious what we're going to see tomorrow. So I say we just hit this same glassing spot tomorrow, and then if we don't see anything, you know, if we're not on something by noon, which I find that really hard to believe based off of how many deer we've been seeing, then maybe we'll push down and like try to get some different angles, like down this main ridge here.
Okay.
And then just like work back. Like we did earlier today, you know, and hopefully we put something together.
Yeah.
Last full day tomorrow.
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure at all. Last full day tomorrow, and then we got Friday morning to hunt. So it's gonna happen. I feel good about it.
There's too many deer for it not to happen.
There's a lot. We're tripping over deer. There's a lot of deer back here, so it's been fun. So. just relocated. We haven't seen him in a day and a half. We just relocated a buck that we named Clubby. He's a big 3-point on one side, and he's got like this like club that comes down on the other side. Big deer, cool looking buck. And he just reappeared out of nowhere. He's been a ghost for a bit. So he looks like he's kind of hot to trot on something right now. Looks like he smells some does. So he's covering a lot of country, but he's coming closer to us. So we're just kind of watching him and seeing where he kind of ends up. And then based off of that, we'll try to make a plan to get over there. We've got a really nice buck bedded. We would have went after him earlier, but it's just in a bad spot. Maybe he would have seen us coming, so he's bedded down. Looks like he's starting to sleep. He's got a doe right above him. So we're gonna drop down over this way, come in above him, drop our packs, put our slippers on, and see if we can shoot this thing in his bed. He's a really nice buck. I don't know why that worked out. Like we were busted, you know, like the does, we heard them blowing at us. And he just came up over here and that buck was just nose straight out, grunting. And he just stopped, broadside. Like, he was supposed to be way down there, bedded. But for whatever reason, he decided to get up and come mess around with these does that were way higher than we thought he was. So he said, good.
I've never been in this position before, but what ended up happening was I just shot the wrong buck, you know? This buck has the same exact hook here as the bigger buck we were going after. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not grateful at all, because I am. I'm extremely grateful for this. Another Coues buck with my bow, some tasty meat for the freezer. Every one of these bucks is a blessing, you know, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, dang it, man, that's not the buck we were going after. It was I think this must be his son or something. They have the same exact genetics going on. And I saw that hook and I got excited, you know, because Coues bucks get me pumped, and pulled it back and let it go, you know. And now we've got a dead buck, and we're gonna have some fresh tenderloins tonight back at camp. So win-win. We have been seeing this buck the entire trip, and we actually named him Gimpy. Well, Eric named him Gimpy. I named him Little Club, because the buck I was going after originally, he's a big 3-point on this side, and he had this exact thing on the other side. So we called that one Daddy Club, and then we called this one Baby Club. But the reason why Eric called him Gimpy is because if you look over here, he has this weird thing going on in his hoof here, right here, and it made him limp. But despite that, he was still rutting does all over the place, so he's a champ.
Okay, clear.
Dude. Yeah, I knew I could see it like bending down and like hooking up. Crazy.
Incredible, right?
So good.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Hard to beat Coues tenderloin.
Well, especially when it was walking around hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like empires, we rise and then we fall. Can the tides calling through it all? Titans watching, waiting. Once rivals, now we sit patient at the end of the world. Where will we be? Immortality is calling. They'll speak our names forever. Gonna build an empire.
There's really not words to describe it, but I'll try. Time is something that seems to slip through the cracks faster and faster each year. And with that time flowing by, opportunities are lost, and they're lost forever. So we try to slow it, put something in the way, a barrier that allows us to revel in that time and damn near stop it. This tradition of our annual deer hunt is one I hold tight to the chest. The week is filled with reflection, laughs, and the actual hunt is entirely secondary. We're reminded of the word friendship. It is branded in our hearts and minds, as is our traditions kept.
This is what we've been waiting for. They don't know we've been keeping score. This is
This is how Arizona boys handle the cold.
We do.
Not well.
Right. It's like only 45 too.
I know.
You know what I mean?
He's like,
Oh, I'm sorry, 38.
he had like a foot of snow in his house when he left.
That's what I was when we were driving away from because we got hit by some rain, and I was like, man, that rain was crazy. As Dylan just had to drive through like snow and all kinds of stuff. Like, wow, that light drizzle really got us.